Tonight on Murrow News 8, a new flu shot clinic will be arriving in Pullman next month.
And why protests are prompting Pullman to review the policies? Murrow News 8 starts now.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Asher Lind.
And I'm Alex Biviano. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Moscow City Council will decide tonight whether they plan to extend the city's mask mandate. The current mandate is set to expire on October 6th, but may be extended until January 5th. 3 city council members have already said they support extending the mandate to help control the spread of COVID-19. Pullman schools have had to tighten security after multiple Zoom attacks. There have been at least 7 attacks during live online classes, including one in a middle school class that took over the feed with video depicting bestiality. The district has suspended the use of Zoom and will use other platforms until enhanced security protocols are in place.
Whitman County Public Health reported 21 new cases of COVID-19, bringing the total cases up to 1,112. As of Friday, Pullman ranked 4th on the New York Times list of metro areas with the highest number of cases relative to population. Pullman currently has 62 cases for every 100,000 people.
Pullman is still experiencing a rise in COVID cases. Murrow News 8 reporter Asia Farrington files a report on symptoms students have been experiencing.
The beginning of WSU's fall semester brought more than an increase in Pullman's population. It also brought more COVID cases. There have been more than 800 new reported cases in Whitman County, with the majority of those cases being in college-age people. Severe symptoms of the coronavirus can include fevers, coughing, shortness of breath, or even pneumonia. But what symptoms have been hitting Cougars the most? WSU seniors Alex Wright and Jeff Kranz, 2 students who contracted COVID this semester, weigh in.
Aside from my other roommates, I had the least amount of symptoms. All I had was a headache that wasn't any more than a usual headache when I get sick, and then I had a runny nose. And then just like fatigue and just being tired, but I think that's just being sick in general for me.
August 31st is when my headache started. And then Wednesday night, I couldn't taste anything. And that was when I pretty much knew. I was like, oh, okay.
So I have 4 other roommates. The most common symptom that they all had was lost of smell and taste.
Couldn't taste. And so that's like what drove me to go get tested.
With symptoms in younger people being less severe, it's better to be on the safe side and get tested like Jeff and Alex. Free testing is available to all WSU students at Cougar Health Services and Beasley Coliseum. In Pullman, I'm Asia Farrington.
The Pullman Police Department is reviewing their use of force protocols due to the Black Lives Matter protests across the country. The department will comply with current federal and state legislative regulation requirements. Pullman Police Chief Gary Jenkins says that he is implementing a duty to intervene policy for when officers use excessive force and banning the use of non-lethal chokeholds.
Pullman Regional Hospital is partnering with SIDS Pharmacy and Palouse Medical to offer drive-up flu vaccines throughout the month of October. The clinic will be located at SIDS Pharmacy on Bishop Boulevard. It will be open on Saturdays and Sundays in October from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Patients are asked to make appointments in advance and their insurance will be billed for the vaccine.
A 24-year-old Lewiston man has pleaded guilty to leading a Whitman County Sheriff's deputy on a high-speed chase near Uniontown. Tyler Peterson was sentenced to 2 months in jail after turning himself in on November 14th after a warrant was issued for his arrest.
Spokane County prosecutors refiled a murder charge against former Pasco police officer Richard J. Aguirre. Prosecutors claim new DNA tests link Aguirre to the 1986 murder of Ruby J. Doss. Aguirre is out of custody, appearing before the Superior Court judge September 30th. Aguirre is represented by Seattle-based attorney John Henry Brown. Brown previously defended Ted Bundy. And coming up, President Trump has a plan for the Supreme Court.
And a popular social media app strikes a new deal with a tech company when Murrow News 8 returns. Welcome back to Murrow News 8. Former Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg's body will lie in repose at the Supreme Court Wednesday and Thursday before having funeral services at Arlington Cemetery Friday. She passed away at 87 years old on Friday. Ginsburg was known for her civil work as an attorney, a civil rights attorney who championed gender equality after being appointed as the second woman ever on the Supreme Court in 1980. President Trump has released a list of potential replacements for the late Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Trump has said that he plans to replace the former civil rights attorney with another woman. Among the list of names is Amy Coney Barrett, a former clerk to the late Antonin Scalia, Barbara Lagoa, the first Cuban-American woman on Florida Supreme Court, and Allison Jones, a justice on the Florida Circuit Court of Appeals.
A Canadian woman is in Border Patrol custody after being arrested Sunday. She is accused of mailing an envelope containing rice into the White House. She was detained after trying to cross the border into Buffalo, New York. She is set to be charged by the U.S. Attorney's Office.
The U.S. Center for Disease Control has removed language stating that the coronavirus can be transmitted through particles in the air. The change was made Sunday after the CDC posted the policy Friday. The CDC has reverted to its old language that states that the virus can be spread through contact within 6 feet of another person. The spokesman for the CDC says that the protocol was posted by mistake and there are not any political motives for its removal.
Popular social media app TikTok cut a deal between Oracle and its parent company ByteDance, confirmed in a statement. Walmart and Oracle now hold 20% share in TikTok. President Trump approved of the move primarily for data security reasons, hours before the Commerce Department delayed restrictions by 1 week. The restrictions set to take effect would remove TikTok from U.S. app stores. Well, last week was pretty smoky, I'd say, in Pullman, but the last few days have been quite a warm welcome. Saw some blue skies, some of those world-famous Pullman sunsets. Cameron Limes has our weather forecast. Cameron, what do you have for us?
Thank you so much, Asher. All right, let's talk about the weather here. Now, I know a lot of people are concerned about the smoke coming back. No worries, it shouldn't come back for the next few days, so we are set. Let's dive right on into the weather right here. Now, as you can see, we hit a high of 73 today with a low of 52. Now, check out that sunrise, all right? That's going to be important later. Same with the sunset. Let's move on over to our tomorrow forecast real quick. Now tomorrow, see that sunrise and sunset, days are starting to get shorter. We're moving into fall and winter. Just be ready for that. Tomorrow we're hitting a high of 74 degrees, low of 49. Just be ready, some slight winds coming in, if at all. Moving on to our statewide. All right, now let's talk about Olympia right here. Now we're going to be seeing some pretty warm weather over there at 70 degrees with a low of 68 tomorrow. Seattle, sunny, looking real nice over there. Now Yakima, check that out. It is cooking down there, okay? If you're in that area, I advise just get outside. Enjoy the sunshine while you're out there, all right? Why not? Tri-Cities, same goes for you guys. Moving on into Spokane and Pullman. Ooh, we're into our 5-day forecast, or should I call it the 5-cast. Now on Tuesday, we got a high of 74 and a low of 49. Wednesday, high 74, low 49 as well. Thursday, we're starting to see that trend of cooler weather here, all right? Now check out, as we're going into the weekend, we're gonna hit some rain. Just be ready for it, but honestly, shouldn't be anything too bad. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Cameron. That was an awesome 5-cast. Coming up in sports, a former WSU athlete has gone pro, and updates from Week 2 in the NFL, including a big game for the Seahawks. Humayun Karam has your sports when we come back.
Days, months,
Hey, I'm Jim from across the street.
years,
I'd like to give you this.
a lifetime can rush by without realizing what we're missing. We lose some of the best moments, some that may never repeat,
Come on.
or detach from people around us. Our loved ones grow used to this pattern, but it doesn't have to be that way. We have a choice to take action. It's never too late to live a full life again. Hear how many of us Vietnam veterans have managed our mental health and reconnected with our families. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
Genesis football game against Clearwater Valley was postponed Saturday, not because of poor air quality issues, but because of a positive coronavirus test of a Bulldogs coach. It also could mean 2 more games might be affected. The name of the coach who tested positive is being withheld because of privacy laws. It is the second known coronavirus case involving high school athletics in the area. The gender basketball forward Jeff Pollard, and a fan favorite among Washington State fans, will fulfill his professional goal. 2-year Cougar starter signed recently with Argentina's club Atlético Peñarol of Mar del Plata. The 6'9", 240-pounder was a chemistry cog and captain for the Cougs last year during their resurgence under first-year coach Kyle Smith. Playing through injuries for parts of the season, he averaged 8.7 points and 4.1 rebounds per game and was consistently a plus to WSU production. In his finale, Pollard helped Wazoo to its first win at the Pac-12 tournament in 11 years, trouncing of Colorado. The New York Giants announced Monday Barkley tore his ACL and will need surgery to repair the injury. The team said an MRI confirmed what many feared. He suffered the injury during Sunday's loss against the Chicago Bears. He sustained a knee injury in the second quarter against the Bears after he was slammed into the ground by Chicago defense back Eddie Jackson on what appeared to be routine tackle. He likely to miss the rest of the season, and the team and Barkley will undergo surgery in the near future. Russell Wilson's 5-touchdown pass leads Seahawks to 35-30 victory over Patriots. Wilson threw 5 touchdown passes as Seattle played Sunday night football in a Century Lake field without fans. This is the 4th time Wilson has thrown 5 touchdowns, and it was another spectacular performance from Wilson in the midst of a career season that saw him complete 29 of 43 pass attempts for 378 yards and 5 touchdowns without a turnover. Anthony Davis hits his winning 3 as Lakers beat Nuggets at buzzer 2-0 lead. Tuesday, Davis scored 22 of his game-high 31 points in the second half, and James scored 20 of his 26 points in the first half. Now back to desk.
After the break, find out who won their very first Emmy Award. Murrow News 8 will be right back.